Hey guys, this is day number 8 of the Talk to the Camera Challenge, and today I'm going to talk about a project that I am working on or want to work on. Now, there's a couple projects, whether that's in acting or in writing reviews for movies, because that's what I do. Or maybe a film that I'm working on, like a short film, in terms of script, storyboarding, and just all that jazz. There's a plenty of things or projects that haven't really got off the ground yet, and the first one I actually will begin with, because it's always something that's in the back of my head, was in terms of writing reviews. Because it's not just movie reviews that I do, it's also TV shows as well. And one of the biggest TV shows that I was watching and was also reviewing was the Sopranos, the HBO TV show. So I reviewed the first, second, and the third season, and yeah, those take a while, in terms of writing the reviews themselves, because my English I can speak it fine, but in terms of writing it, it's a different story. So that takes time and energy and effort. Unfortunately, I have to admit, I don't have that. So yeah, I reviewed the first season. I reviewed the second season and the third season, and now at the moment I got the fourth and fifth and sixth season. I think about six. I think it ended on season 6. I think. Yeah. So yeah, but I need to review. Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah, I think it's season 4. I think I need to sort of write up, and I haven't. And the last time I stopped watching, because as soon as because I always I finish the review first, whether that's the season is, and then I move on to the next one. As soon as I finish, watching it, I don't go on to the next another season. Afterwards, it's I finish it, I write it. After that's done, I move on to the next one. But for this one, for whatever reason, it just sort of slowed down at the time. And last time I watched the last season was 2017. Yeah, so a while ago, and a lot's happened since then. Yeah, so season 4, I need to write. Yeah, it's been a while, but yeah, one day I'll get it done. One day, I hope. I don't know. Same with the Walking Dead as well. But that's not like it's not really a big priority, because I don't know, I can just tell, like, in terms of writing up my thoughts and my on the show, it leans more towards the negative, and I was like that every single season at the time, because I wasn't very favourable with the seasons. So you know, so I just there was nothing else. There's nothing really positive. I would just sort of repeat, and I think that's one of the issues, is that I always sort of repeat certain points as well, to the point where I don't really have anything new to say or to comment on. So it becomes more challenging. So I just thought maybe don't do that. Maybe just keep it short and simple, you know. But yeah, every season, every review for every season doesn't need to be a novel or book, you know. But yeah, same with movies as well. The same thing as well. There's like lot like I always leave. I don't know why. I just I leave it on the back burner to the point where there's just this huge list of movies to review and TV shows as well. Because eventually, if I do get around to doing or finishing The Sopranos in terms of reviewing the season, I think I'll call it quits in terms of reviewing TV shows because I don't really enjoy doing it that much like anymore. So if I ever do get around to it, it will be the last time I'll do TV reviews. Because before I used to crank them out, not really thinking about my grammar, my writing, spelling, grammar, all that stuff. But now it's something I do think about a lot and make sure it's on par, I guess. So, yeah. So moving on from reviews, there's a movie that I and my close friend from college have been working on. It's a project. It's a short film about depression, and it's called Weightless. The movie is called Weightless. I got the title Weightless from it was originally it was that was the title of a Terrence Malick movie. It's a 2017 Terrence Malick movie called Song to Song, but originally it was called Weightless. Then they changed it. But I always liked that. I always stuck with it. So when we're brainstorming, well, not only the story, the characters, or the scripts, and all that, we just what do we call it? Honestly, it is Weightless. So winner of that, Sean Simple, all good. So yeah, it's a short film. Funny enough, when we sat around the computer, me and my friend, his name's Oscar, to write this the first start writing the script for the first time. And both me and him were just staring at that screen. We had no idea how to start this thing. We didn't take any lessons or any crash course on filmmaking or screenwriting, so this was just black and black. This is a blank page. So that was pretty funny, looking back at it. And we originally, we had it like it was at the time. It was just like a rough first draft, like the roughest first draft ever. But us being sort of amateurs, we thought that it was good enough and that we should start shooting very soon. So he came up to me. I mean, Oscar came up to me. It was his idea to sort of make um, the short film. It's not me. This is not me throwing him under the bus, by the way. It's and that was in October. We wrote a lousy script, and then we thought, yeah, it's good enough. Let's shoot in November. So, but then we sort of pushed it back to like January time. Still probably not enough time. We got cast together as well, me included. I was the main character named Michael. The other characters were his brother. I think his name is Shane because it rhymes with shame. Yeah. And the other two characters in in the movie, interesting enough, were not in physical presence. They were basically just voiceover. So Michael has a best friend who's in America, who lives in America, who has the same condition that he has. So they communicate there, and during the story, something happens, and he tries to phone her up, or but she doesn't pick up, so the else picks up. So we're like two voice actors, or two American actors from America that I know of, and yeah, so we had that complicated situation, especially for our first Saw film. And over the years, we did start shooting the film back in January 2018. I would say we shot about 5% of the script, just 5%. And it was just the opening scene of me just waking up and starting my depressing like morning routine, because it's depressed. And yeah, that's something we shot, and that was back in 2018. Yeah, and that was January 2018. We were supposed to continue filming, but we both got busy because at the time we were at college, so we had college work to do. So we were busy with that. We thought we'd come back to it later, and we still haven't come back to it. So if we ever by any chance do come back to it, any chance soon, I probably won't be the main character anymore. I'll probably give it to somebody else. And the opening scene that we shot, it will probably need to be redone in terms of continuity. And the fact that we don't even really know where the footage is. I asked Oscar about the footage, and he doesn't know where it is. He doesn't know where it's gone, so it looks like we have to do it again. So over the years, it's been very on and off, because in terms of writing the script, because I mostly did like a massive like chunks of like rewrites, and it's still not in a I feel it's still not in a good position to film, even though it's a short film. It was supposed to be a student film. It just sort of turned into something else, like entirely. I always added like new things. There's an originally in the script, sort of scenes just happen, and then they just end quickly. So the scene will happen, there's conflict with a character, and then the character will come in, say like a few sentences, and then it just gets resolved, and it's like move on to the next scene. I just thought, like, what's the point? Like, okay, so I added a little bit more to it, but that's on and off. And the last time I did the sort of rewrite was back in 2021. So, and I was at university at the time, so I was caught up with a lot of things. So I'm not sure if we ever get made. Even if it did, it'll be a lot different now compared to what we had before we had it. And yeah, so those are the projects that I've been working on for about years. Well, I mean, sort of worked on, I don't know. Sort of worked on. Mentally, I'm working on it. Yeah, yeah, sure. Mentally, I'm working on it. Meaning that it's there in the back of my head. I'm aware of it. And I'm aware it needs work on. It needs to be finished. Honestly, I just need to find the time, energy, and strength to do it. But one thing I do know for sure is that I don't know when I'm going to do it, but I know it will be done. I don't know, before I die. That's what I know. So the release date for all those projects are in limbo. And speaking of which, this concludes day number 8 for this topic. Yeah. And I will see you tomorrow for day number 9.